Hey guys, it's Nevaeh and I'm here to sprinkle my thoughts on you. So I'm gonna just jump right in. Have you ever had trouble with manifesting or having the life that you want or doing the thing that you really desire to do because of your negative thoughts? Well, maybe about a month ago, I created a TikTok video talking about manifestation and how you've been doing it your entire life without even realizing it. And whenever I said that you've been doing it your entire life without realizing it, I gave an example about how in order to become a TikToker, in order to be a TikToker, all you have to do is create TikToks. But in order to create TikToks, your brain has to believe that you're capable of doing it. So if your brain believes that you're capable of doing it, your body will show it with the action of creating a TikTok. And in turn, you are a TikToker by doing that action just because you believed. But if you don't believe that you're a TikToker, your brain will tell you that you're not one. So your body will not make any videos because your brain is telling yourself that you can't do it. And in turn, you're not a TikToker. Well, I got a comment, and the comment was, what are your thoughts when you have negative thoughts, such as I'm going to be late, or I don't want to fail, or what if they judge me for saying whatever I say? And whenever I read this comment, I was like, okay, instead of responding in a comment, I'm going to respond in a video, because I feel like a lot of people have this question, because I know there's a lot of people out there who have tried to manifest, who have tried to create their dream life or tried to do something that they were scared to do, but their negative thoughts kept eating them up and holding them back from doing whatever it was that they wanted to do. So the question, she mentioned 3 questions. She said, what if I'm late? What if I fail? Or what if they judge me for saying what I have to say? I think that those 3 questions are quite different. So first off, I want to say, whenever it comes to negative thoughts, you have to handle each negative thought individually. For each of those 3 things, I think I would give a little bit of a different response, because they are kind of different questions. But one of the main things I would ask you to do is ask yourself, where are these thoughts coming from? Because a thought such as, I don't want to be late, can come from you being late so many times, or you being late and being embarrassed about being late, or, somebody telling you that you're always late and feeling like you don't have the capability to do something on time. So I would just ask you to question, okay, where did this thought come from? Am I scared to be late because I think that I can't make it on time? Am I scared to be late because I've been embarrassed by being late? Why am I scared of being late? Because whenever it comes to being late, that is something that is an easy fix if you work on your schedule. But you have to ask yourself, why do I feel like I can't be on time? Because a lot of times whenever we believe that we are incapable of something, it comes from something that has happened to us or an experience that we have had before. And without going and digging within and seeing what that experience is, you will not be able to handle the problem. The next question was, what if I fail? So that question may be because you have so many people around you telling you that you can't do something, or you grew up in a toxic household with people who didn't believe in your dreams, or they always made you feel like you weren't good enough for something. Or maybe you have failed in the past and the embarrassment of failing is still creeping up on you. When it comes to that, I'd want you to sit here and ask yourself, okay, well, why am I afraid of failing? Am I afraid of looking dumb? Am I afraid of feeling that way that I felt whenever I was a child? Am I afraid of feeling embarrassed from that time that I failed before? And until you actually dig within and see why you are afraid, you cannot solve the problem. And then the third question was, what if somebody judges me? I would urge you to do the same thing. Ask yourself, okay, why am I scared of judgment? Did somebody judge me before? Did people make me feel as if I couldn't speak? And ask yourself, okay, why do I feel these thoughts? Because when you ask yourself why you feel these thoughts, why you have these negative thoughts in your brain whenever you're trying to manifest or get whatever you want or get to the next level, once you figure out where these thoughts come from, every time you have a negative counter thought to a positive thought, say you're like, yes, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. Yes, I'm gonna get this new job and I'm gonna be on time. Yes, I'm gonna speak my mind and I'm not gonna be afraid. And then you have those positive thoughts, and then those negative counter thoughts come creeping in. If you know where they come from, you're able to tell yourself, okay, I'm feeling this negative thought, but I know it's not coming from nowhere. I know it's coming from my past. I know it's coming from when my parents judged me, or when the teacher made fun of me, or whenever my classmates made fun of me for saying whatever I had to say, or people made me feel like I can't do it, and you're able to tell yourself, okay, this is where this negative thought is coming from. You might not stop feeling that negativity, especially whenever you think about the scenario. It might take you to a place where like your body starts to tense up, you start to feel overwhelmed, you start to go back to the place where you came from. But it is necessary to go through that every single time that thought comes up, because the more that you go through it and the more you allow yourself to remember, this thought is not coming from me alone, this thought is coming from the experience that I've had in the past. Before you know it, you constantly telling yourself that your negative thought is coming from something that has happened in the past, or coming from a negative belief that you have had in the past, the easier it is to get through it. Because, for example, say you're working out, you go to the gym. Day 1, your body doesn't just change overnight. Day 2, your body doesn't change. Week 2, your body has not changed. You might see a little bit of a difference, such as like you're not as bloated or something, but you're not going to have like a crazy change, right? And it doesn't mean that you don't have any progress. Just because you can't really see it doesn't mean that you don't have it. But before you know it, even before you start seeing that progress, you will start feeling it. And like I said, you might not see any difference. Your weight might still look the same. Your arms might not be any buffer, but you will feel the difference whenever you're lifting heavier weights, or when you're running a little bit quicker, or whenever it feels like a breeze to do a workout that felt like agony in the beginning. The same thing, the same thing happens with your thoughts. After a while, that feeling of agony will start to dissipate. It will minimize, and you will get better at being able to tell yourself, okay, where is this thought coming from? Because when you can tell yourself where a thought is coming from, yeah, you might feel negative for a little bit, but you'll be able to brush it off a lot quicker. And learning how to think positive and tell yourself good things is like a muscle in the gym. It doesn't happen overnight. It may not happen after a week, but it happens with continuous practice and continuously telling yourself where a negative thought is coming from. And I'm going to get vulnerable and tell you guys a few things about myself. A lot of people, whenever I was younger, they used to make fun of my skin color, how I was dark, or they would make fun of my hair, they would make fun of my lips, and I literally hated myself. I hated a lot of things about myself whenever I was younger, and it took me a really long time to gain any sort of confidence and learn how to love myself and actually be like, I'm that girl, and actually mean it. And there's moments in time whenever I still struggle, maybe for different reasons than before. But there's moments in time when I still struggle, but I struggle a lot less than I did whenever I was younger. When I was younger, I would have been too scared to even tell anybody that I had a YouTube channel, because I would fear that they would judge me, that they would think that I was ugly, that they would prey on my downfall, and I would have all these negative thoughts that would stop me from doing what I ultimately wanted to do, because I wanted a YouTube channel since I was younger. I even had one. I still have one from when I was younger with like 2 videos on it. But I like deleted a lot of my videos out of insecurity, and over time I gained more confidence. How I started to do that was I started telling myself, okay, well, why don't I like my skin color? Why don't I like my lips? Why don't I like my hair? And I started telling myself where those thoughts were coming from. And I would tell myself, it's not that you don't like your hair, it's that you don't like how you felt when somebody made fun of it. Or you don't like how you felt when somebody made fun of your lips, or when somebody made fun of your skin color. But is it that you would have actually disliked those qualities about yourself had you just been born, put on this earth, and nobody said those negative things? If the world praised you and told you all of those things were beautiful, would you have liked yourself a little bit more? The answer was yes. I would have liked myself a little bit more if the world praised me for all the qualities that they used to make fun of. So whenever I was able to tell myself where the negative thoughts were coming from, I was able to finally fix or work through and get over the negative feelings that I was feeling about myself, because they weren't there. They were not innate. I was not born with them. They weren't essential to my being. I started to feel those negative things because of my past. So once I was able to tell myself where they were coming from, I was able to work through those emotions. The same thing goes for the negative thoughts you may be telling yourself. You have to tell yourself ask yourself where it's coming from, work through it, and keep working through it through the pain, because it's not overnight. I would be a liar if I said that you have a mind flip overnight. But this is how you build confidence. And also another thing too is, besides like the negative self-talk or where the negative thoughts come from, a lot of people also do this thing backwards whenever it comes to like trying to reach their goals, where they think, okay, once I'm capable enough, I'm gonna do the thing. Once I'm capable enough, I'm gonna make YouTube videos. Once I'm capable enough, I'm gonna become a teacher. Once I'm capable enough, I'm gonna finally go to college. Once I'm capable enough, I'm gonna learn how to drive. But the truth is, you don't get capable enough and then do the thing. You do the thing and then you feel capable. You will never feel capable until you do the thing first. When you first do something, when you first walk on a stage to talk, when you first post a video, when you first go and talk to a stranger how you've never done it before, when you first go and ride a bike, when you first drive a car, you don't know how to do it and you don't feel confident doing it. The confidence doesn't come until after the fact that you've already did it. So stop telling your brain that you need to get confident enough to do a thing. Tell yourself you need to do a thing so you can get confident. But that's all today. Thank you guys for watching. I'm glad to finally make this video because I have been wanting to answer this question because this was asked about a month ago on a video that I made, but I had a vacation and a trip and a bunch of things that were going on throughout that month, my daughter's birthday. So I've had it on my mind for a while, and now that I'm finally to it, I'm so grateful. I'm so lucky that I'm so blessed to even like have this platform and have somebody ask me a question and like care for my advice, because that makes me feel very purposeful and like I'm fulfilling a calling. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Holla at your girl. Be real or be real. Mwah.